week we get lost in space, happening now. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Robert Segati, also known as the Commenting Collector. I'm excited about this week's episode as I get back to the grassroots of my hobby passion, which many of you know as unopened non-sports wax packs. As you may recall, my first debut video, I spotlighted the 1965 unopened Gilligan's Island wax pack and talked about the show. It was well received, and for that reason, I want to get back into my lane and talk about a 1966 Lost in Space unopened wax pack, which is really, really cool. So before we get into that, please indulge me as I want to give a shout out to all you viewers and a great big thank you for, as I mentioned last week, I achieved the 50 subscriber milestone, which just blows me away. It's so humbling, all this support. It may not be a huge number compared to some of the other YouTubers out there, but that's okay. This channel is growing, and as one commenter said, they were impressed by the quality of my subscribers, which I would agree with. The content that originated from the National this weekend was just outstanding. And it was very, very wonderful from the perspective that because of unforeseeable circumstances, I was unable to attend myself, which it was disappointing because I'm only a 6-hour car ride away. But dare I say, it just wasn't in the cards for me. Wah wah. But I do appreciate Orlando, Mangini, Four Leaf Cards, Junk Wax Hero, Brandon's baseball cards. I was able to live vicariously through your footage from the National. Oh, a big one, Mike Baseball Collector, who organized a YouTube meet and greet on Thursday night, which that's the one that really hurt that I wasn't able to be there, because I want to meet a lot of my subscribers and a lot of the channels that I've really thoroughly enjoyed watching. So my goal is the next probably 3-4 years, when it gets back to Chicago, to attend. But until then, I wanted to have a little contest for my viewers. I had a little technical difficulty there. And I will describe in more detail next week what this contest will consist of. It's going to be nothing complicated or anything. I just have some nice cards that I want to give away to all you loyal subscribers and viewers. So tune in next week for that. And quickly, before I show this cool Lost in Space unopened pack, please allow me to toot my own horn, as I'm not sure many of you are aware that YouTube actually tracks the data in regarding how many times you make a comment or like another video. And that's kind of a big part of what I'm all about, as I obviously call myself the Commenting Collector, and I take that to heart. No pun intended again. But if you click on your data, or actually first click on your icon or your logo, and then you can click on your data in YouTube, and then you want to click on more, so you're able to see how many comments you've actually made. And even more specifically, YouTube will show you how many or what specific channels for every comment that you've made in your history, in your um, history on YouTube. And I went back and I discovered back on September 2nd, 2020, Geez Mikey was the first video that I commented on. And that is amazing because that's less than 3 years ago. So I've been a commenting fool. I was actually part of YouTube for 10 years. So for the first 6, 7 years, I never made a comment. And then I just started doing it. It felt good to give back a little, a little, a little thank you or just a little acknowledgement to the YouTube creators that we really enjoy uh, all their efforts and hard work. So that, oh, and then by the way, that G's Mikey, great channel. It was kind of my entree, one of my entrees into the collecting community, as G's Mikey's channel talks about how you can acquire great vintage cards at really bargain prices on eBay. And I really enjoy his self-deprecating, humorous method or style that he that illustrates his channel. So give G's Mikey a view and subscribe to his channel and make some comments. Oh, and then another thing that YouTube data will show is how many likes or thumbs up that you gave these videos. And I'm happy to say I have 1,000 likes also. So I got 2 milestones, 1,000 and 1,000. What you want to do to see that is click on your playlist, and it should show how many likes you've given. And again, comments and likes, it's just a great way to participate, even if you're not a content creator, especially if you're not a content creator. It's a way to interact with the community, and it's great for the algorithm. It helps the creator's channel out. So it's a real win-win. Okay, without further ado, I'll turn the camera around and let's get lost in space. Okay, there it is. This pack is so beautiful, so iconic. It's in great shape. Hopefully not too good of shape, as I like to think it's a original 1966 unopened wax pack. And the reason I say not too good of shape, it's not graded, it's not authenticated. I just took a leap of faith. The collector, or excuse me, the seller, seemed to have a good track record, and the pack itself looks good. I'll show you the back. The seal looks good. You've got your $3 value, free, real baseball sunglasses advertisement, which I thoroughly enjoy. It's part of the history of these packs. And I should mention, for all those that may be not familiar with the unopened segment of the hobby, as my dogs are enjoying this also, but I was just blown away that there are these relics that still are available in their unopened state. I mean, the bubble gum is still actually in there. The cards are still in there. who does that? I mean, these packs, they were manufactured and sold for the sole purpose of being opened. But yet, because some fluke, or maybe even a little bit of hindsight, or maybe they were just forgotten, but this pack and others remain unopened. For example, I started personally collecting as a kid, as some of you in my age range also did. We bought Star Wars, Close Encounters. This, we're talking late 70s. Mork and Mindy, Happy Days. We bought them from the drugstore or wherever we got them, brought them home and opened them. And then after that year, they usually, coincided with the movie Close Encounters, Star Wars, or maybe television. And once that release was over, then it was over. You didn't think you could buy any more. And for me, that was the case until, as I mentioned previously, I started, getting involved in and kind of discovering all the cool collectibles one could find online, mainly through eBay, that these packs are still actually available in an unopened state. And last week, I'm sure many of you saw, but check it out. I've got over 250 of these unopened packs. So I really enjoy collecting them, just for the scarcity, I guess. And yes, the cards inside are neat in itself, but you're not going to find, these big time rookie cards that you would in a sports pack. So for me personally, they will remain sealed and unopened as long as I have them. So I wanted to first read a little bit about the Lost in Space show itself. And this is my crack research staff getting this information from Wikipedia. Yeah, they really went the distance and got this from Wikipedia, but it's actually pretty interesting. Lost in Space is an American science fiction television series created and produced by Irwin Allen, which originally aired between 1965 and 1968 on CBS. The series was inspired by the 1812 novel The Swiss Family Robinson. The series follows the adventures of the Robinsons, see the name similarity, a pioneering family of space colonists who struggle to survive in the depths of space. The show ran for 83 episodes over 3 seasons. The first season comprised 29 episodes that ran 1 hour apiece, filmed in black and white. In seasons 2 and 3, the episodes were 54 minutes long and shot in color. It starred Professor John Robinson, played by Guy Williams, his wife Maureen, played by June Lockhart, and their 3 children, Judy, played by Marta Kristen, Penny, played by Angela Cartwright, and Will, played by Bill Mumy. The family is accompanied by U.S. Space Corps Major Donald West, played by Mark Goddard. Dr. Zachary Smith, played by Jonathan Harris. He was Alpha Control's conniving, sinister doctor. And just to put on the brakes, if you're not familiar with the show, he is probably the character that, for me anyway, kind of makes the whole show. He's just a devil of a character. You kind of love him because you hate him so much, if that makes sense. But he's one of the all-time great villains in television broadcasting history, in my opinion. And last but not least is the iconic robot, the person inside the robot was Bob May. He was a small guy. Actually, you can find some YouTube footage of Bob May talking about how he would have to be inside of this robot suit, which is pretty interesting. And it's also voiced, the robot was voiced by Dick Tuffold.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
Now I'd like to talk about the pack itself. 1966 Topps Lost in Space trading cards are one of the most, oh, I should say, by the way, this information my crack research staff got from the Cardboard Connection. So check out Cardboard Connection. It's really a great resource. The 1966 Topps Lost in Space trading cards are one of the most popular sets from the era, charting the early voyages of the Robinsons and their fantastic trips into space. The cards include images from the first handful of the show's episodes. The 1966 Topps Lost in Space checklist has just 55 cards, but that doesn't mean that it's easy to complete, particularly in top condition. Several cards command a premium, particularly the first card in the set. Card fonts are very basic. A black and white image from the show's first season is surrounded by a white border. A small black ribbon at the bottom of the card has a short caption and a small space-themed icon. Card backs are more intricate. Backgrounds are in pink and include a detailed illustration. The card number is in a circle at the top, while the write-up that describes the front photo is a large rectangle. Collectors should be careful of unauthorized 1966 Topps Lost in Space reprints. One set doesn't have the pink on the back, another has much sharper images, and is printed on better cardstock. Professionally graded cards are especially popular with this set. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this pack as much as I do. It's just kind of a great pack to have. These packs ungraded can range anywhere between $500 to probably $750. If you get them graded, or if you buy them graded, they're going to probably be $900 and up. So for that reason, I'm perfectly satisfied with it in ungraded condition. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And as always, see you next week as I'll have contest details. And as always, good collecting.
In my opinion, it is not Professor Robinson who needs psychiatric treatment. It is his doctor.
Just you wait, you deplorable dummy.